So I got wounded, and they took me to the helps. We have a tents where they give us medical. It was not real good, but it was. They stopped the bleeding, and then I just lay there on some kind of tent bed, like army bed, like.
Good for you. Enjoy,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
So as I was laying there to recover, I got a message from home that my mother had passed away. That
How
I
old were
just
you then?
I was about 19, 20 years old.
19.
Oh yeah. And then that just made up my mind. I don't have nothing to go back to. I'm not going back home, and I'm not going to fight this war. I just lay there until I got better. And one night, I got better when I started walking and strong enough to walk. One night, I just lay there. I'm going to stop this thing. Just put their weapons down. I had two guns. I had a pistol and a shotgun. I just pushed it, lay it somewhere in the bushes and took on foot. Three of us. We follow railroad tracks to neighboring country, which is about 340 miles from where we were. We walked at night and slept at daytime because air fighters, anything that moves, they bomb. You can't walk at daytime. They kill you.
Was that American or?
Our military.
Your
The
military.
Ethiopian military, it was the socialist military. That's who we're fighting against, socialist military. So I worked about 7.5 days to neighboring country, and all my shoes, the bottom of my shoes fell, the skin came off my feet. I couldn't walk anymore. Thirst, hunger, you name it. I didn't think I would make it. Man, it was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I finally made it to Djibouti, which is next country, neighboring country. And we went to there was a refugee camp, which is a United Nations refugee camp. And then they gave us help. They gave us medicine and clothes and shoes and food. I stayed in Dhaka for a couple of weeks, and then I went to the capital city. They gave us a temporary card to stay in that country and work temporary jobs. So I did anything to survive. Sometimes I lied. I told them I was a roofer. So I could just work, I put roofs on the house. I told them I was carpenter. I tried everything. I survived, and then I went to U.S. Embassy, applied for sponsorship to come here. I went to Canadian Embassy, put in for sponsorship. European countries, sponsorship. They was taking refugees, all the countries, all the Western countries was taking refugees because that's the war that Russia created. So it was socialist against communist.
Right.
Yeah. So, it took 3 years for my sponsorship to come. And then my United States sponsorship, I was so lucky. I tell you what, God, things that happen in your life happen for a reason. The experiences we go through life mold us to who we are. And then God carried me through all that because of my Christian belief. I really believe that. I believed in Him, and I knew He was carrying me through all that, trouble. And then the best
Okay,
thing.
so far, guys, how's everything? Good.
Good. After all that suffering and after all that pain, the best thing in my life happened to me. And the United States sponsor came. And then my complete passport and everything. I went to U.S. Embassy. I took the medical examination, the interview, everything. I was still in disbelief. I could never, ever, ever believe that I would come to United States and leave. Never, ever. But I came here. And then, before I came here, I never heard of Louisville, Kentucky. And then when we landed in New York first, and then we stayed at this Travelers Hotel. The owners were Italians, like New York Italians. They asked us, where are we going? It was three of us. And I said, Louisville, Kentucky. I said, Louisville, Where is Louisville? I said, Kentucky. He said, Robert, where is that? He's asking his employees, where Louisville? I got so scared. I said, even Americans do not know where we're going. I said, God help us. Even these guys who was born here do not know where we're going. I said, you do not know Louisville, Kentucky? He said, no, we never heard of it. The guy also a motel, and he do not know where Louisville, Kentucky is. And I said, oh my God.
No, we may not have known.
But,
Because it's small.
and then I came here. My sponsors was like Jewish Community Center on Dutchman's Lane.
Okay. Yeah.
They were my sponsor. Man, they took me. They did us so. They treated us so well. They gave me my first apartment was on Heights Lane, Bardstown Road, right there. Green Meadows Apartments. They got me an apartment. They took us to grocery store. They show us the surrounding areas. I mean, they treated us so well, like a human being. But and on orientation, our first meeting, they told us everything what we need to do and what's going to happen and how they're going to look for a job for us to work. And finally they said, do you all have any questions? And I said, where is the nearest church? Because I have never, I could never openly practice Christianity. I wanted to go to church so bad.
Right.
So that Sunday morning they came, picked me up, took me to church, and I was so happy to go to church. And then they found us jobs, and I don't know if you heard about this or not. The first job they took me was the worst job anybody. I mean, when I ask people, that's the worst job. Have you ever heard of Allied Drum over there on 4th Street? They Allied Drum.
I think so.
They used to clean chemical drums. It was bad environment. That was my first job, and I worked there for a little while, and then I kept applying for jobs. Went to night school, improved my English, and then I finally got a job at Jewish Hospital. I worked in a dietary for 8 years, and then I wanted something better. It was dead in the job, taking food to the all floors, in the hospital. I was the food transport. They put the food in the kitchen, in the carts, and I transferred it to floors to patients. So, and then one day I saw an ad on the paper that Golden Brands was on strike, and they was hiring on a gun shop. They was striking in the front of the building.
You come in the back.
And then I came in the back door, and they hired me. I said, okay. It was a good pay at the time. It was like $7 an hour. Back then, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then I went there and applied, and they hired me on the spot. Mickey was there back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I started there I said, well, I work a little bit. I work on the sorting line. I said, well, this will do for a little while. And look, I started a job just to be there maybe a couple of months, 3 months. It's been 24 years.
You're still there.
Wow. That's good.
And then on my second year here, I met my first wife.
Doing okay so far, guys?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, by the way, I don't know, you come lately over here. You come a lot over here? Do you? All right, well, I don't know if you, the big sign we have in the door right now. For Christmas season, on that, we start sell gift cards to you guys. So each time we sell you one for 25, we give you 5 more to you.
Okay.
So you pay 25, we give you 30 back.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? So you can come and use it. I don't know, you don't mind you might want to buy one today. And I mean, I give you like, for example, you come out, you can come next week and use it, and I give you $5 to you.
Probably not today. I'll be in here next week. I'll probably buy. I just had to pay my taxes on my house and all that stuff.
Oh no, it's all right. You know, I mean, also you can. I mean, I don't know. You're gonna all pay together today.
Yes.
You can buy one. You can use it right now, and I give you the $5.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
That sounds good to you. I mean, you just buy one and I give you the extra for eventually. That's a good deal. You know what I mean? No problem.
You're gonna have to let me pick up the tab today.
No, I'm
No, I am. No,
No.
I'm not. Good. You keep doing that shit. At least let me pay for lunch, man.
Hey, James. You have problems out of the chiller?
I don't want to hear that.